Hey guys, Alex here with Serious Goose Games. Welcome back to our Unity Tactics RPG tutorial. Last time we added a banner to show information when we hover over a unit. Today we're going to add a whole new window to display any detailed information about a unit, such as stats, experience, etc. The first thing we're going to do is go to our unit action panel, grab our attack button, and we're going to duplicate it. And we're going to rename it to status button. And then we can change the text to match. Next, we're going to right click on our canvas and we're going to add a panel. So UI panel. And this is going to be our status window. Next, we're going to right click on status window, go to UI, and we're going to add another panel. And this one I'm going to move over to take up the right part of the screen. And this is going to be our stat panel. This is going to be where we display all of the stats for our units. So I'm going to add a vertical layout group component. We're going to set the padding and spacing to be 10. And child alignment will be middle center. Next, I'm going to right click on the stat panel, go to UI. We're going to add a text object. We'll call it stat title. And we're just going to say stats. I'm going to center align this text horizontally and vertically. I'm going to auto size it. I'm going to underline it, and then I'm going to change the color to black. Next, I'm going to set the height to be 100 and the width to be 500. Next, I'm going to right click on the stat panel again, and I'm going to add another panel. This panel is going to be called speed, and inside here, I'm going to add a text object called speed display. So on the speed panel itself, I'm going to set the width to be 550. And the height to be 75. The speed display text, I'm going to click on the anchors, hold down Alt and Shift, and then stretch it out to fill the panel. And then I'm going to center align it vertically, and then check the auto size box. Change the text to say speed, and change the color to black. Then I'm going to duplicate our speed panel, rename it to perception. This will be perception display. And we're going to be doing this for every stat that we have. Once you have all those created, we can move on to the next part. And if you aren't a fan of the way this looks, you can change it around. As long as you have these text elements arranged in some way so the player can see them, you're fine. I'm just choosing to display them like this. But as long as they are visible and you have all of these for every stat you have, one per stat, we're good. The next thing we're going to add is a panel to hold our two main bars that we want the player to be able to see. So I'm going to right click on the status window, go to UI, add another panel. I'm going to bring it down a little bit and bring it over so it's not overlapping our stat panel. That works. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. And this panel is going to be called our bar panel. Now inside here, we're creating two bars just like we did with the health bars on the information panels and the little bars above the guys. So I'm going to right click on our bar panel, go to UI, and we're going to add a new image. This image I'm going to stretch out all the way across. I'm going to stretch it so it takes up half of the space. And this is going to be our health bar background. I'm going to duplicate that bar and bring it down for our XP bar background. And I'm going to change the color of both of these to be black. And if you wanted to, you could have a little bit of space between them. I'm just keeping them like this because it's easy to set up. But really, you can space them out. You could add more bars if you wanted. If you have like a mana system, you could include that too and have 3 bars here. So I'm going to right click on health bar. Go to UI, add another image, click the anchors, Shift Alt, and stretch it out. So it takes up the whole space. We're going to give it a sprite. I'll just say the background sprites. We're going to change it from sliced to filled, change it from radial 360 to horizontal. And there's our health bar. We can change the color to green like the rest of our health bars. But I want it to be kind of a darker green because we are going to be having text over these. So we'll rename the second image to health bar. Then I'm going to right click on health bar background again, go to UI, add a text object, stretch out that text object to take up the whole space, center align it vertically and horizontally, change the text to say health, max health. We're going to be changing the actual text through code, so it's not that big a deal. But it helps us kind of look at a glance and see what's what. I'm also going to check auto size. And we can rename that text to health text. And then we're going to do the same thing for our XP bar. So I'm going to right click on XP bar, go to image, add a new image, give it the background. We'll stretch out the bar, so take us the whole space, change it from sliced to filled, horizontal. We'll change the color of this one to probably like a purple. What game uses purple for experience? Is it Pokemon? Might be Pokemon. It's fine. But this will be our XP bar. We're going to right click on the XP bar background and add another text object. Again, we're going to stretch it out. This is going to be our XP text, center align, and auto size. So there's our bars, there's our text. That is our bar panel complete. The last thing I want to add for now, and you can really put whatever you want on here, any information you think is relevant to the player. You could have how much movement they have left, how many attacks they have left. You could list their inventory once we have the inventory in place. These are all things we can add and expand on. I just want to get this set up so I can show you how to put things on it. And then after that, you can put whatever you want on it. But the last thing we want to add is a panel to display the name, class, and level of the unit we have selected. So I'm going to right click on the status window, go to UI, add another panel. I might be overusing panels a little bit, but I love them, especially for dividing out UI. Bring this up. Okay, this is going to be our unit identity panel. And this, I'm just going to use one child text object. So we're going to go to UI, text. I'm going to stretch it out. We'll auto size it, center it. We'll have the name followed by class or level and then class. And for the color, I'm actually going to change it to black, kind of match our stats. And because it's on a lighter background. And this is going to be our name display. So that's it for information, but we need a way to close this panel. And an easy way to do that is to add a little red X button. And this isn't going to be the prettiest. There's definitely better ways you could put one, but we're just going to do the easy way. So I'm going to right click on the status window, go to UI. We're going to add a button. I'm going to change it to be probably 50 by 50. We're going to tuck it up in the corner. So I'm going to hold down Shift and Alt. Tuck it up there. I'm going to change the color of the button to red. And then I'm going to expand it out, select the text. And I'm just going to put a capital X and change the color of that X to white. And we'll auto size it. So you can see now we have kind of this standard red X button. Like I said, there's so many other ways you could do this, but this is going to work for us for now, and you could tie it to some other button later, or even have it be a key press. So this button, we're just going to call it close button. So with all of that set up, we can go ahead and open up our UI manager. And we're going to start by adding a section for all of our stat window variables. So I'm going to add a header, and this will be our stat window. And inside here, we want a public image for our health bar. Then we want one for our XP bar. Then we need a whole lot of texts. So we're going to do public text mesh pro UGUI. We're going to have our name text. Then we're going to do public text mesh pro UGUI health text, and one per experience. And then we need one for each one of our stats. So public text mesh pro, and we'll do speed. We'll have one for our perception, one for strength, one for endurance, one for luck, one for intellect, spirit, and finally mastery. Next, we're going to scroll down. We're going to add a new function to populate our stat window. So public void, populate stat window. Inside here, we're going to grab a reference to our unit. So it's going to be unit equals player.selected unit. We're going to set the health bar unit.fillAmount to be equal to our unit.health divided by our unit.maxHealth. We're going to do our XP bar the same way. We're going to grab our name text.text and set this to be equal to an interpolated string, so $, quotes. We're going to start with our unit name, so unit.unitName. Then we're going to do a colon, space, followed by level. Then we're going to do unit.level, and then space unit.class. So unit.unitClass. So what this will look like is, say we have one unit named Bob, it'll say Bob level 1 tank. Next, we're going to set our health text.text to be equal to our unit health / unit.maxHealth. And you know what, I'm going to put HP in front of that just to make it extra clear what it is. And then we're going to do our XP text, and it'll be set up the same way. And then for all of our stats, it's going to be the same idea. So speed text.text is equal to speed unit.stats.speed. Then we'll have our perception, strength, endurance, luck, intellect, spirit, and mastery. With that all done, we can go ahead and save everything and head back to Unity. And we need to make sure that our status window actually has a canvas group component attached. So we're going to add a canvas group. I'm just going to turn it off for now. And we're going to grab our UI manager, and we're going to assign all of those references that we just created. So we'll start with our stats. Our speed display goes in its proper spot. Perception. We need to grab our bars. So we'll grab our health bar, put that in the health bar slot. Health text goes health text. We'll grab our XP bar and text for the experience, and then unit identity, put the name text where that goes. Now, as far as the buttons go, our close button, we're going to go down, add an onClick function, drag in our UI manager. We're going to go to UI manager, and we want to close window, close menu, and we're going to close our status window. Then we're going to go to our unit action panel, go to our status button, add 2 onClicks, and drag our UI manager in for both of them. The first one, we're going to open the menu, and that's going to be our status window. And the second one is going to be populate stat window. After that, we can go ahead and save our entire scene and hit play. So now when we hit play, we can see I can select my unit still. And if I click the status button, we can see Bob, level 1 tank. We can also see it's saying unit class, so we might have to go in and tweak something there. But that's fine. We can see he has 5 HP, no experience. We can also see his stats. He is a speedy boy. 100 speed. He's a little fast. And if we click the close button, we can see it closes. And if I select Fred, and look at stats, same thing, level 1 tank, 5 HP, still a very speedy boy. And then Goose. Oh, Goose is a little slower by 1 point. It's a shame. But yeah, level 1 tank. So this makes it easier to see like how our stats change when we level up and that kind of thing. And if I go in and attack, and see at the moment, no one has taken any kind of damage, which means they're not getting any experience, because in order to get experience, they need to take damage or deal damage. Okay, so we just dealt damage. Not sure with who. Okay, there we go. So we dealt damage with Fred and gained 10 experience. So like I said before, later on we can add like a space to show our inventory or status conditions. We can show how much movement we have left, how many attacks we have left, that kind of thing. So we can expand and add to this as we need to and as we want to show things to the player, because the more information we see or give the player, the more informed they can be about choices in the game. So in the next video, we're going to spend some time fixing some minor issues. Like if I were to keep playing and I keep attacking, you'll see that we're gaining experience, but we're not leveling up. And we are leveling up stat-wise, but I'm not actually incrementing the level, so it will say level 1 tank forever. So we need to fix that. And there's just a bunch of small things we need to clean up. And then we're going to make sure our code is tidy and start the dreaded inventory system. After that, we'll flesh out combat a bit more and then work on level mechanics and events so we can start going from a single level to a full campaign. That's all for today though, so if you found this video helpful, hit like and subscribe to help other devs find the series. And let me know in the comments, what is the mechanic you dread working on the most? For me, it changes as I learn and get better at this process. It used to be jumping, then data persistence. Now it's inventory systems. I don't know why, they just seem so tedious every time I try to work on one. As always, thanks for watching. I'm Alex with Serious Goose Games, and I'll see you in the next one.